Alright, so I said I ordered something with Usa-chan the last video, and I meant it. So yeah, I ordered this off of a decal sticker website, and I got this printed here, and I got this nice little corner here of the back of my windshield. Didn't want it too big, but I think this is like just about the perfect size. I almost put it over here, but figured this probably would see, more people would see it this way, but yeah, I just find that hilarious. So yeah, it's just hidden back here on my trunk here. But yeah, it's so cute. Turned out really well too, at least for the size. It's a little out of focus just because we had to blow it up a little bit, but I think it turned out really well from a distance. So if you ever see Usa-chan looking back at you on the freeway, you know it's me. Alright, now on to the new chapter.
Also, before we get to the new chapter, I just want to be continued to be baffled by the last one. Clearly this new chapter isn't a continuation of the flirty daily life chapter from last week, and small spoiler, the preview for the next chapter doesn't suggest that either. So here we have this random daily life chapter only showing 10 dates, that were also kind of repetitive and retreads of other daily life segments or chapters. I wouldn't be surprised if we found out these were scrapped date ideas from the last volume, and Nakamura had so many that he decided to make another flirty daily life chapter just to use them up and fill up another chapter. 9 originally rejected date segments, throw in an extra one with New Girl Saki, and boom, there you go, another chapter. Literally, we can call that chapter was made
with a box of scraps!
Now on to the new chapter. I'm Moonlight150, and this is my overview of chapter 189 of the 100 Girlfriends manga, Saki's Senpai and Kohai. As always, I won't be going over everything as I encourage you to support the official release, as well as the Scanlation team who are bringing us these translated chapters every week for us to enjoy. The chapter opens up with Saki brown-nosing up to Yaku by trying to pamper her up with some back rubs and foot rubs, and where she apparently has given her the title of Grand Dame. Also, we just can't bypass the butchering of the spoken language that Ms. Natty has done here. Hot dog, Ms. Saki plum worships El Grande Madre Dame, you hear? How did we manage to offend America, the Spanish, the French, and America a second time in a singular speech bubble? Honestly, it's impressive. Keep at it, Ms. Natty. Yaku then tries to talk to Saki, saying that all this pampering is appreciated, but says that she should be focusing on her own life rather than on the elderly like herself. But Saki is having none of that and goes right back to bootlicking. Or I guess, finger licking.
It's finger licking good!
Actually, no, you know what? I don't think I want this filth on my channel. Hold on. There we go. Much better. In the midst of trying to perform the act that shall not be named on my channel, Saki begins to wonder on how she may be able to become 89 years old just like Yaku. Well, just keep waiting and it'll eventually happen, as Ira points out that if she takes care of herself, it'll happen naturally. Matsuri then comes barging in asking Yaku if she wants to have another match of spinning tops. With the lack of any honorific on Yaku's name and her frequent use of "ya daft sod," Saki is immediately angered by the way that Matsuri speaks to Yaku. Not only that, but when Matsuri questions what bug crawled up Saki's butt, she gets even angrier that Matsuri isn't calling Saki senpai. Here we get a bit of character development from Matsuri, showing that she drops the formalities when it comes to members of the family. Well, at least we have an explanation for one member of that group from 2 chapters ago. Only getting angrier, Saki and Matsuri start getting into a scrap until Yaku breaks it up by just calmly suggesting, "Let's not fight." Yaku then turns down Matsuri's invitation because she has plans for the day, going to her favorite acupressure spa since they are having a collaboration fair with, oh no, the Sirius Corporation. Yeah, this won't end badly at all. Iko is upset that she already has plans that she would love to attend, and this made me realize Iko has been very absent recently, relegated to maybe 1 text bubble in a chapter for a while, or nothing at all, just spouting more masochism. At least you got 2 speech bubbles here. But Saki and Matsuri decide to tag along because Matsuri heard the word fair and couldn't help herself. And well, Saki is coming because of the lapdog she is to Yaku. They arrive at Acupressure Healthland Foot Heaven, and Saki and Matsuri immediately start picking a fight with one another, challenging the other to seeing who can get to the end of the rocky path first. This walking path of stone used for massage purposes is known as tap shek. It's a Chinese massage technique that's supposed to be good for your health, such as less tension and lower blood pressure, particularly in those over 60, which Yaku definitely is. Well, mentally at least. Physically, she is 8 years old. Wonder how that works. Wait, there's feet on the screen. Gonna need to censor that. There we go. Can't be having that plastered all over my channel. Saki and Matsuri are immediately taken back by the pain of the rocks, but decide to push through for the sake of beating the other. Turns out Saki is a bit of a cheating snake, as her small feet were walking in between the rocks.
I'm a slithery little snaky snake.
Even characters in the manga themselves are seeing this snake resemblance. I was right on the money. Balancing on her tippy toes though, Saki eventually slips up and begins to actually step on the rocks, to which she immediately begins bawling like a baby from the pain. But she denies crying in front of her kohai and claims a Hercules beetle flew into her eye. That's right, a whole ass beetle, indoors, that no one else saw. The group eventually moves on to the main event, the collaboration with the Sirius Corporation. Looking like something straight out of Legends of the Hidden Temple. Just be careful with the Shrine of the Silver Monkey, that thing is a run ender. You can tell it's made by the Sirius Corporation because the rocks are significantly bigger than the ones from before. Yaku is in pleasure heaven, whereas the others are in incredible pain, so much so that Saki doesn't move from her single spot. Eventually they all reach the end of the room, and Saki activates the Sirius acupressure mode because, of course, the Sirius Corporation had another level to it. This really is an Olmec challenge. Hold on, we can't start until Olmec says so.
Let's rock.
Alright, now we can proceed. The ground begins to vibrate intensely, giving the rumbling from Attack on Titan a run for its money, sending Yaku into pure bliss. Matsuri and Saki begin to panic from the pain, where Matsuri tries to hit the button again to turn it off. But because it's the Sirius Corporation, it wouldn't be serious if you could turn it off. Touché. Yaku then offers herself as a walking plank over the rumbling spikes for Matsuri and Saki, but Saki, being the brown nose to the elderly that she is, she refuses to use Yaku as a walking plank, even admitting she'd rather die than disrespect someone older than her. About to pass out from the pain from the vibrating stones, Yaku activates Protective Grandmother mode and picks up Saki off the ground, saying that she couldn't betray the admiration that Saki has shown her thus far. But a new issue arises. Due to the weight of carrying another person, the vibrating stones are digging into her feet even more, and boy is she enjoying that. First time I think we have ever seen Yaku in pure bliss, so much so that she was ready to die right there.
I see Granny blowing kisses from the other side of the river Styx.
It's then that Matsuri reaches out to the two of them and pulls them off the spike trap. Saki then falls into a slump, realizing that she was helpless and needed to be saved. And not only that, but saved by a middle schooler. And just as she was about to enter a self-loathing despair, Matsuri praises her for sticking to her ideals of how she should treat her elders, even if it meant her own demise. They come to an understanding and decide to bury the hatchet. But Saki can't help herself by trying to convince Matsuri to call her senpai, where she scoffs at the idea, and they return back to bickering, needing Yaku to break up the fight yet again. On to the review. While this may not be the most interesting or comedic chapter, what I do appreciate about this one is its use of the characters and the bit of development that we get from them. It's a good first outing for Saki to show her ideals, and how they clash with someone else, particularly someone in the family. And I even said in the last video, I think some light drama is needed, and that is exactly what we got here. They don't outright hate each other, they just have conflicting ideals. And when you have a group as big as Rentaro's family, not everyone is going to get along 100% of the time. Which was missing from something like Shina's first focus chapter, where everyone just got along swimmingly and wanted to assist Mimimi in dealing with Shina's loneliness. No one was bothered or annoyed by the clinginess, something that I pointed out in my review. But here, we have two strong-headed characters actually going at it. And the best part? It's not fully resolved. We see them at the end of the chapter on another bickering note, needing to be stopped by Yaku, even after they find a new appreciation for one another, showing that this little rivalry spat of theirs will most likely pop up again in a future chapter. As much as we like to talk about who everyone is close with, it's also nice to see that the series is open to having some frenemies within the family, and I hope we get a few more. And next week we are finally getting what many in the community have long asked for, a chapter focusing on Momiji. Probably the current winner on needs a solo chapter. Sounds like she's in trouble as she's in a dry spell of gropergy. What does that entail? Guess we'll just have to wait to see and find out. Hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to find out what's going on with Momiji next week. And be sure to say hi if you see my Usa-chan sticker at your local anime convention. I've been Moonlight150, and I will see you all on the next video.